All right, guys. So, truth be told, I'm feeling a bit unmotivated today. Don't know why. And it's probably just because I don't have a particular vision in my head. So it's making me just sort of sit here going, okay, what now? And basically the what now is whatever you decide to make it, do something, you know. My vow to myself since 2012 has been to create every day. And since I didn't do anything at lunchtime, it's time to get back on that. So, I'm sorry, I'm trying to flatten this piece without shaking the table too much because there's still a drying piece over on the side that has been drying for months, and I'm terrified to move. Literally terrified because it's going to break apart when I move it. Which me and the studio owner, Katie, actually decided is the best thing, is to let it break apart so that it can be transported and probably fired separately, and then we'll go in and repair it with clay mender and, you know, hope that all of that works out. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I have no clue. So let's just start pushing and pulling. Gotta stop for just a minute. I put water into my slip bowl yesterday, but I never stirred it around. So I need to do that now and get this ready for use. And it's a clumpy mess along the side, so I'm just trying to scrape that off now. I'm having a whole conversation in my head without you guys. So, just to let you know what was going on with me just now, I was thinking, well, damn it, Terry, if you're unmotivated, why are you trying to force the process and make something happen? And I answered myself just as I thought it, and that's because the discovery is in the doing. So it doesn't matter that I feel a little bit unmotivated. This is not a commission. I don't have to turn something in. This is not an assignment where if I don't complete it, I'm going to get a bad grade or I'm going to lose a customer base. This is me just going in, even when I'm not the most motivated, and pushing myself to do something because I don't know what's going to lie within this process that may help me when I do have intention. And the whole promise and vow to myself was about making sure to take full advantage of the time I'm given by exercising and utilizing the gift that I've been granted in this lifetime. You feel me? So it's not always going to be perfect conditions. You know what I'm saying? You're not always going to be in the best mood. But if you're trying to become very proficient, or dare I say a master at your craft, consistency is key. You have to keep going at that medium and playing around, even if you feel it's not with a clean-cut purpose. I don't know what I'm going to discover while I'm doing this. I don't know what's going to present itself to me that may be something different from what I've been doing and may have an impact on how I do things going forward, or may present an idea while I'm doing this that I will get motivated about. The key is to do. Just do, and then discover whatever's going to happen. this is where I'm stopping for now. So I got in 45 minutes, and in my mind, that makes this day very, very productive, because that's, you know, pretty much my usual sculpting time for a session. So I'm going to go to sleep feeling, you know, like I worked on my purpose today. You know what I'm saying? The reason that I was put here, the reason that I have this talent, acknowledging it and doing something about it should have always been my life's purpose, but it, you know, it wasn't. It was something that I took for granted. And since I made that vow to myself back in 2012, I haven't taken it for granted a day since then. And I didn't want to fall back into bad habits tonight just by, you know, getting lazy for no reason. And again, you know, there are going to be times when you're not motivated, and that's fine. That's fine. Then don't do the most, okay? But do something. Do something. Because, again, there is discovery in the doing, and you never know what you're going to reveal or stumble across simply because you kept your commitment to do something with the gifts you were given every chance you get, especially when they bring you peace and, you know, make a life worthwhile, make your life worthwhile. So we're clocking in. Before I started talking, it was 46 minutes. So we're going to clock in at 46 minutes. This is what has come of this piece so far, and she's building herself into what she wants to be. So this is where we're going, and I'm going to see what happens with it tomorrow when I get home from lunch, more than likely. If not, definitely tomorrow evening. And, you know, I'm just going to build on it. So, being a good girl, cleaning off my desk, as I promised I would after my sessions. Now, this side off to the left of me is starting to get a little polluted again. So tomorrow I'm definitely going to make sure to give that some attention and restore it back to order. I don't really feel like doing it tonight, so I'm not gonna. But I do always want to make sure that my main workspace has been attended to and is nice and clean. I got a lot of clay on my hands. I'm gonna have to wipe this down again because all the clay is falling off of my hands onto the table, so I'm basically scrubbing clay into the table right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that clay off my hands first with my towel before I go any further. I'm incredibly lazy, so I'm always working out shortcuts. So instead of getting up and going into the bathroom and washing my hands, the towel that I always keep up here, I just spray a whole ton of water into my hands. I rub my hands together, and then I wipe off with the towel so that everything is right there within reaching distance. That makes me happy. And she, of course, is going to get covered over, just very lightly tinted. Well, no, I'm gonna tint her pretty tightly because I do want her to stay pretty much at this exact moisture level, so I don't want to allow an opportunity for too much air to get in underneath the bag. So I'm going to close it up nice and tight so that she'll be at the same moisture level. I'm going to spray her once again before I tint her because I want her very pliable. I'm falling in love. Well, not falling in love, but I'm starting to explore personally for my own sculptures. I don't know what to refer to it as. I don't know what the technical art term for it would be. I have a tendency to call it architectural. Anything that I see with very defined curves and planes. If you guys are familiar with the last freestyle piece that I did off of the block, it's the pregnant woman's torso. For me, that's very architectural. It's very stylized, almost leaning towards abstract to a degree. And the planes and curves that I created on her are very sleek, very purposeful. And for me, that description is architectural. I don't know what it is, like I said, technically. But I'm going to do something along those lines with her. I've decided as I was going along that I do want to make her very sculptural, so I'm going to put in some very defined cuts and, you know, some more stuff that I'll do, and I'll experiment. And she's an interesting piece already. Like, I'm not mad at where she's taken herself right now. Sans my intention, you know? So I'm going to have to be very careful to put the bag on in a way that does not press down on these hands, because this area, until it gets really leather hard, is going to be very vulnerable to leaning back. So I can't afford to apply any pressure here that's going to tilt her. So I have to make sure to sort of sock the bag. You know how you roll your socks up before you get ready to put it on the ankle? Let it fall into place naturally. And then, even as I tint this, make sure that I'm not pulling, that I am just tucking what's loose under here without pulling on that hand. And I think I've done that. I'm going to put the water bottle here just to sort of hold it in place. And as always, I thank you so much for your support, for hanging in there with me. And I can't say this enough. All of this is planning for the big Facebook Live sale, hopefully no later than October. And if you want to be a part of that, because that's going to be very special pricing. The website pricing is going to be higher. Of course, the gallery pricing for my larger sculptures and revisitations of older sculptures that I recreated, gallery prices, of course, much, much higher. So if there are any of the small to mid-sized pieces that you've seen me working on as of late, the goddess vessels, the pendants, you know, all of that stuff, I need you to make sure that you hit me up with your email address so that I can put you on the mailing list, because trust me, in a month, you're not even going to remember I said this, but if I can shoot you an email 3 days before, a week before, whatever, then you can get down on that and have a Terry A. Meredith original sculpture, all right? So, love you, mean it, peace.